Yep, that's right. Cooking with Chill for Life. We got the chicken. It's done. The chicken and the onions. And we're going to put them in this for now. Try to keep them a little bit warm. And then we're going to cook the steak. Anyways, I hope everybody had a good day today. Today's Wednesday. That's hump day. Actually, you know what Wednesday stands for, don't you? Whip 'em out Wednesdays. All right. Yep, Wednesday. Whip 'em out. Whip 'em out Wednesdays. That's what that stands for. So we're going to throw the steak in here. And we're gonna put some butter. I know it's not real butter like I have at the house, but it'll work. It'll work for my situation. And I've been craving some butter too, so I got some. And that's right, whenever we use butter, we use a lot of butter. We like butter. We like butter a lot. And man, I don't want this to cool off, but you gotta look at that. Grilled chicken and onions. Whoo, I cannot wait. Chicken, steak, and onions. Yeah. It's a lot cheaper than eating out, and it's a lot better. The thing with these electric pans is they warm up, and then they cool off. Then you gotta wait for them to kick in again. Actually, that wasn't the pan's fault. That was my fault. I turned it off because the chicken was done and I didn't want to overcook it, and I was trying to get a nice picture, which actually should take a picture of it. I'll take a picture of it when the steak's done, have it all mixed together. Yeah, so we dropped the load today, which was actually good. We didn't have to wait and get unloaded, which it's not that bad anyways. And so I dropped the trailer. The trailer that I'm supposed to be picking up wasn't there, so I have to bobtail somewhere else to go get it. And bobtail, you think it's easier to find parking, most of the time it is, but all along this place, this is the New Loves, and I don't know how strict they are, but you know, there are some trucks parked on the curb, and I figured as a bobtail it's easy to get out of the way. And I drove around, now I circled back around, and there's no spots open. And then there was a tanker parking on the curb, and I was gonna try to back behind him, between the back of his trailer and then the trailer that's long ways. I was gonna try to squeeze in there, but then the truck that was parked here pulled out. Pew, I did a 360, baby, or a 180, and I backed all the way up like a good bobtail driver. I try to be, because there's another bobtail. I was actually thinking about parking in front of him because he's like halfway back, so I was gonna block him in. I'd move if he had to leave, but so I backed all the way back, and would you have it, another bobtail for the same company. I'm all the way back, and he was actually nice enough. He even got out and asked, "Hey man, can I park in front of you?" Man, we bobtails, come on, and you for the same company, and we're taking off about the same time, because I've only been parked. I was parked probably for about 5-10 minutes by the time he pulled up. So he said he'll move if I'm ready to go before he is. And so we're legally parked You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about anything, getting woke up or whatnot and have to move. So not bad. I'm gonna fill up and get some fuel. They need these empties somewhere else, so it's a pretty good deadhead with an empty tank, which I'm not complaining. Like, I'll drive all day tomorrow and won't even make it to where they're going. He's doing the same thing. And I'm learning that the thing with tanks, you know, like certain companies with certain products want, you know, because every time you have a tank, you carry a wash sheet with you, a wash ticket, and it tells you the last couple products, I think it's the last 3 products that were in the tank. So some companies they won't load the tank unless there were certain products that were the last 3 products in it. And so these tanks, the tank I'm getting, and then he's getting the same thing, and you know, their last 3 loads were certain products, and that's what they need. So that's what we'll be doing. And hey man, I can't complain. And shout out to this driver. I don't want to say who he is or nothing, but he's been here for 2 years or so, 3 years, and he said he loves it. Every company has their ups and downs, but he said it's a great company. I told him I felt like I made a great choice coming here, and I told him, I was like, I definitely feel like I made a great choice coming to Oakley. Is it top of the pay for trucking? No. There are companies that pay more, but also in those areas, the cost of living is more. If I was to move from where I live, my cost of living would more than double, more than likely. You know, because I need more than 2 bedrooms, but I probably wouldn't even be able to afford a 2-bedroom if I had to move. And you people that are paying $1,800 a month or $2,500 a month for rent, you know, props to you, because I think that's crazy. Even on trucker pay, man, even, I don't know. But you know, to each their own. Everybody's different. You know, even if I didn't have kids and I could keep all my checks to myself, I just couldn't see myself paying $1,500 for a 1-bedroom, even $1,000. I'd rather convert a van over and live in it. Yeah, so you know, I think it's good. You know, obviously the way I run, I want to make the most money I can make. You know, I'd be super happy if I could make like $2,500 every week. I just shoot for the stars, right? Shoot high, or you know, you could put your standard down to, well, I'd be happy if I made $1,500 a week, and then, you know, every time you get a check, you'd always make more if you run hard, and if the loads are good. In trucking, there are bad weeks. That is the one thing that I will miss about the hourly pay, man. At the last company that I drove for, I don't count the one I was at for 2 weeks that laid off 36 drivers. So when I say the last company, I'm talking about Watsontown out of Pennsylvania. The hourly pay, you can make more on mileage, but it's got to be a good week. And you're not going to get that every single week unless maybe you're on a dedicated run. If you're just all over the place, you know, you got traffic, you got accidents, you got cities, delivery appointments, you know, pickups. Yeah, everything has to work out perfectly. But you know, with the hourly pay, it was consistent all the time. We got overtime after 50 hours. After 40 would have been better, but it was still good. You know, Monday through Friday, home every weekend, and you still make over 100 a year. You know, 103, 104, 102, 110. And if you stay out and you're busy, you can actually get 6-day paychecks. You work 5 days, take a restart, you know, and when you restart and you're at like 65, 67 hours, 68, 70, if you can get it, which usually wasn't hard. But, you know, if you get 68 hours, you can't complain, you know. And if you want to be home on a Friday night and you get 64, 65, that's how it works, but it's still a good check. So, if you're busy and you run your 14 out, unloading, waiting to get loaded and this and that, and you work 5 days and you're getting 65, 68 hours, you do a restart, and then you work 5 days, do a restart, 5 days restart, it comes out to be 6-day paychecks. And that comes out to be, you know, like 78 to 84 hours, you know, depending on how the days fall. So you could get 80-hour paychecks, and those are, you know, nice. Same thing you do out here. If somebody well, most people, because you're trying to save your on duty time, so it's usually 6 days for 70 hours depending. But yeah, you know, it would be nice if on Wednesday night, if you were doing a long load, you know, they could just pick a city, you know, wherever you're. It wouldn't have to be exact, but you pick a spot, you know, where you'll end up, where, you know, where you get to, where your GPS shows you, you know, at midnight on Wednesday night, or 11 o'clock on Wednesday night, whatever. The pay period ends at midnight, so you can just pick a spot and break the pay up, and then from that spot on would go on the next paycheck, and it would kind of even everything out. Instead of, you know, if you got long loads, or sometimes how the loads work out, you might have you know, a really small check and then a really big check. But I mean, it still all equals out. But, you know, there's nothing to complain about. I'm just fucking just jabbering, you know, bullshitting. Just talk, trucker talk, life, this and that. But yeah, you know, that's why you can't believe every driver either, because you know, a lot of the drivers that will talk trash, you know, like I said before, how are they working? How do they run? Do they pull over early every day? Do they only run 5 hours a day? You know, is that why you're not getting miles? You know, if half the company's getting miles and half the company's not, you know, then what's the issue? You know, because there was some guys saying that it slowed down and they never seen it this slow, but yet this guy been here, you know, and he was like, nah, it's not slow, we're busy. So that's good, you know. And I can't say anything because they've kept me moving, and I have a family to feed. So I mean, they don't have to keep me moving, but if I make $1,200 every week, I'd have to leave. I couldn't stay gone from my family for that. So, but so far so happy, you know, so far so good. I'm happy, and I love pulling a tank. It's awesome. That's right. We're gonna get this steak cooked up, and I am hungry, and it smells delicious. My truck smells good. It'll probably still smell like this in the morning, and I'll probably be dreaming about chicken and steak. Yeah, and we're gonna eat pretty good tonight, and hopefully we sleep better. I do not like the mattress, I'll tell you that. I've never bought my own mattress for a truck. I've always slept on what I was given. I've just toughed it out. It's just who I am. And I'm not buying a mattress from the TA, the $300 ones. I'll get one from Walmart. But I was thinking about sleeping on the top bunk. You can't. The mattress is like in the bunk. You can't take it out. But that mattress that come with this truck, and they said it was a new mattress, but that thing kills my back. I have never had my back hurt this bad in my life. The last 2-3 mornings, like, excuse me, I've had to roll out of bed. Like, my back is killing me. And I got my back roller, wherever that thing is. I don't know where I put it at. I don't see it. Oh, here it is. But there's not really enough room. This thing's amazing. I bought it because it does recharge, and you can recharge it and it'll vibrate, but don't spend your money on it, because when I've only used it once. I've never recharged it after that, because it vibrates only about like this far, and then when you put all your weight on it, it don't really do nothing. But all those bumps, when you roll your back on it and you feel your back pop like 100 times, man, it feels amazing. I was so excited that I seen I knew I should have put my lid on it, because I didn't want the grease everywhere. There's a little bit. Yeah, if you got some back problems, get one of those. You can get a cheap one from Walmart, cheaper than that. They're probably like $8 or something. Yeah, they help out. You lay on it sideways and roll side your back. But in the truck with that, I can kind of lay on the floor, but there's not really enough room. So I'm not laying it on the parking lot where drivers piss at all the time. So I did take it the other day when I went and got a shower. The shower room's probably the cleanest place you're gonna get, and I used it, rolled on my back, and it felt great. But it actually made my back feel good for a while, but then I went to sleep, and I don't know where they got these mattresses from, and I'm not trying to talk crap about Oakley, but these mattresses suck. Like, I've been out here over 6 years, and I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just sleeping wrong. Maybe the demons in my head are beating me up at night. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So this up here, I think it might actually help my back. So if my back don't get better in a day or two, I'm gonna go up here, because this is firm, and I'll be sleeping like a king on the top bunk. Anyways, yeah, still haven't heard anything back about the car. I don't like Kia service, I'll tell you that. I regret getting rid of my Toyota. I only did it because it was hybrid with the batteries. I should have never done it. I didn't know Kias were this bad whenever I bought one. I like it, but it has problems, and so therefore I don't like it. And I'm not saying the people there are rude, but the service at Kia versus Toyota, no, they do not hold, they can't compete with Toyota. At least where I live, they cannot compete. They just, man, they you know, I understand that everybody needs to, you know, they have people there, they're remodeling their shops, that are using part of Subarus and this and that, and, you know, I try to be nice, but, you know, my engine went 38,000 miles. Monday they hooked it up to the computer. Oh yeah, cylinder 1, misfire, this, that, and then all they said was it's throwing a bunch of codes. Then they were supposed to hook it up yesterday and call us back. We called them, they still didn't get it in the shop. So then the word today was they pulled it in the shop, hooked it up, check engine light was off, nothing. They pulled it in and there was nothing showing. And then when they backed it out, the check engine light came on again, and they had to take it out because somebody was coming in that had an appointment. Then they only have one service tech, master tech. So, you know, I don't know. Is it their fault they don't have enough master techs? Maybe they don't pay enough. I don't know. I'm not trying to trash talk them. I'm just saying the service, you know, at least call me back. At least say, hey, look, we didn't get it in. If you tell me you're going to call me back, call me back. Like, I would rather you call me back and tell me that you didn't get a chance to get my car in because you guys are busy, and obviously I'm not special, so I don't expect everyone else to get pushed out of the way, you know. somebody had an appointment for tires, you know, are you going to push them back a week so you can rebuild my engine? No. But if you say you're going to call me back and be like, just be honest. Tell me, hey, we're busy. I told you I'd call you back. We couldn't get it in. That makes me happier than you telling me you're going to call me back and you don't call me back. And we still don't have a loaner car. Is it their responsibility to get us one? Probably not. But they do have problems, and I've heard they got class action lawsuits against them because of all these issues. And when I bought my Kia, when I bought it, I did not know that all the engines were going out until last year is when I first heard about it, and I'd already had it for a year. So it's just a situation. It's a road bump. It's a bump in the road. It's not a road block, because we're going to keep going. It's a bump in the road. And it's something else that we're going to get through. So, yeah, there's no car at home. But I still got to work. And I'm going to turn that off. Let it stay in there and steam. And we're going to keep doing what we got to do. And I'm going to be out here for a while because I got to pick myself back up, man. You know, shout out to all the good people I met at my last job working on the ambulance. I tried it out. It was, I did like it. The people I worked with are amazing. I met a lot of cool people there. A couple of them still talk to me. You know, everybody's got their own lives, you know what I mean? I can't even talk to all of my family. You know, they got their life, I got my life. We love each other. And just, you know, things happen. But yeah, those people are great, and definitely appreciative of what they do and what I learned from them for the little bit of time I was there. I just couldn't support my family. The pay, it's really crappy pay to, you know, help save people's lives, you know, in situations, and for what they do. So I had to come back out on the road. So being at home, being around the family, because that's what I wanted to do, and I stuck it out for four months. I started April 1st, I think. So April, May, June, July, and my last day was the beginning of August. And so I took 3 weeks off in August. I was like, yeah, I'm going to Wheeler. They pay $1.10 a mile. Those guys are making $3,000 a week. 2 checks and everything's good to go. Don't count on it. Don't count on it. 2 weeks later, 36 drivers laid off. So it really, you know, in 2 weeks to get here. So I'm going to be out here picking myself up. And, you know, when you have a family to take care of, stuff's expensive, you know. And you guys with families, you know it is too. Shoes, every time you turn around, you need a new pair of shoes, clothes, socks, everything. Stuff for school, food. Now wintertime's coming, so the power bill's about to go up. We have a kerosene heater for when it gets really, really cold. And if the power goes out, we're gonna still be warm. Kerosene's kind of expensive. I don't know what it is now, but I know 2 years ago it was up to $7 a gallon. And I think last year it dropped to $6.50 a gallon. But when I was using kerosene back around 2015, it was like $2.50 a gallon or something like that. It was super cheap, man. And kerosene heat is good. Some people had problems and said it turned their ceiling black. My walls, my ceiling, nothing ever turned black from a kerosene heater. I always start it outside. You know, that first smell whenever you start the kerosene heater. I start it outside, and I like to turn it off outside. And then every now and then, because kerosene heat is so hot, like, you never turn it up past medium ever. I don't know how cold it would have to be for you to turn that thing on high, like minus 40 probably. You'd probably have to turn it on high, or just block off other rooms and everyone sleep in the living room. But you can put it on like I put it like on medium, and then I turn it back 1 or 2 clicks. You know, I don't need the flame to be that high, but you know, just a little flame to where it's still burning hot and it's burning like strong, so it's not smoky, you know what I mean? And I'll open up the door every now and then. I mean, even if it's 20 degrees outside, because I want to let fresh air in. I love the kerosene heater. Wood stove's better, but I don't have a wood stove and I can't put one in my house because I don't own the house. But yeah, they got snow last night in West Virginia. North Carolina, I heard, had snow. I don't know how much they have, but somebody was telling me that certain spots way up high got up to 3 foot of snow, and that was in North Carolina. So I mean, I didn't look at the news, so he told me, and he has family there. He said they got anywhere from like 2 inches to 3 feet. I don't know. I mean, I believe him. I don't have no reason not to. I didn't look it up, but I think it's going to be a good winter. I mean, I don't know. I didn't read the Farmer's Almanac, whether that's true or not. I think it's probably going to be a cold winter. That's what I'm thinking. It's either going to be cold and snowy, or it's not going to be as cold, but maybe we're going to get a lot of snow. So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to sit in a blizzard out west, though, for 5 days not getting paid. So that sucks. I mean, I'm glad that we're not allowed to chain up because it's safer that way, you know? But also, like, I don't want to chain up, but, you know, if I could get across the mountain and keep running, you know, I don't know. Is it worth it? Can you take the southern route so you're not doing that? I guess we'll see. So, yeah. So far, so good. I'm going to let you guys go because my food's done and I'm going to eat. And then I'm going to take my 2 dishes, spatula, and stuff inside. And I'm going to wash them. I'm going to enjoy my food. So, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you, I don't know, maybe tomorrow.